I walk throughout my normal everyday life, and it seems like everyone is always in this sort of mood. They're always angry or they're always upset. And I ask people, like, are you mad? And they usually say no, but it's in this sort of serious tone. And I think what's happening is we're getting so much cheap dopamine. Our dopaminergic system is hijacked, and we're constantly looking to get this surge of dopamine. But the more surges that we have, the lower our baseline level of dopamine goes, which means the more dopamine it takes to actually feel that sense of like happiness. Like smiling, I'm releasing dopamine in my mind right now. But we do things like scrolling that release such surges that it stops us from reaching that quick surge of dopamine in an activity that is effortful or where you would normally see higher levels of dopamine, such as a social event. That could be a high level of dopamine. But people aren't even getting out of their box and getting to social events anymore. It's crazy. It's like we're shutting ourselves down, and then we wonder why we have anxiety, depression, and our generation has the most mental illnesses, and we are not feeling those levels of happiness that we have recently in the past generations. And it came about with technology and more availability to cheap dopamine and people doing less effort but getting the same amount of rewards and getting that surge of dopamine. So I think the first step is, as a society, we need to dopamine fast. We need to cut back on our dopamine release, because if we don't, then we're just making the baseline level lower and lower and lower and lower. And yes, it can be fixed, by the way, so don't believe that it can't be, but why would you want to feel that for a long time until you're 60 years old and go, yeah, now I'm gonna fix it? So you just wasted all that time in your life when we can fix it right now. And I think as a society, we should start a movement where we should go for more effortful rewards, so then we could reset that dopamine and we can be at a baseline that is much higher and much more rewarding, makes us as a society and our generation the happy generation again, and not go down this rabbit hole.